Strong hotels make a strong destination, and today I'm in Hvar Town, one of the top destinations in the whole of Croatia. Taking a look at the peak season in July 2024. It's been a very, very good year for the town, and I'm at the Hvar Beach Bar, which is part of the Suncani Hvar collection, the biggest employer on the island. And I thought it would be interesting to take a look at peak season in one of Croatia's top destinations through the eyes of the hotels, because Suncani Hvar is a major operator on the island, and they are having their best season ever. They're having more than 50% of their guests coming from the USA, which is the most coveted market for Croatian tour operators. And they have a range of hotels. They're all full. I got a room at Hotel Pharos, a recently upgraded 4-star hotel, but it was one of the last ones available. And I want to have a look just to see what a destination is like, such as Hvar, through the eyes of the hotels and the different kind of offers that they have. And so we start, of course, with breakfast, which is some say is the most important meal of the day. I've been on record for many years saying the absolute best breakfast on Hvar, and possibly in all of Croatia, is at Hotel Adriana, the 4-star hotel right on the water, just off the main square in Hvar Town. And they have the most delightful terrace. And they, as you can see here going around, the selection of breakfast on offer is absolutely sensational. A lot of it very organic, local products. They're very into connecting with the local community. The Eggs Benedict is what I usually have, in addition to other stuff, is fantastic. But for me, one of the great joys of having breakfast at Adriana is the fact that you can sit there and people watch and just observe. You're pretty much on the water, and you can just see the life and soul of Hvar coming to work. You've got the catamarans coming in, you've got the little fishing boats, you've got the kayaks going out, you've got the tourist boats going out. And it's just a delightful place just to watch and just see harbour life go by. And you can sit there. They serve breakfast at 11, I think. It's open to non-residents as well, so if you're not staying at the hotel, you can go and have breakfast there. And to me, it's one of the top 5 things to do on the island, breakfast at Adriana. I'm staying at Pharos, which is a little bit more of an unusual hotel. It's set back from the river. And it was opened in 2016, upgraded, and it was actually the first millennial hotel in Croatia at the time. So it's catering very much to the younger crowd. And it's quite bizarre, because you'd think with the younger crowd it'd be very noisy, but in peak season it's my absolute best place to stay in Hvar Town, because it's away from all the busyness of downtown. And despite the fact that everyone's kind of young, coming out to party and so on, it's extremely quiet. And people come there for a drink before they go out into town. So it's a really kind of nice place to chill in the evening, and during the day there's a pool there, and it's all great. And as you can see here, the breakfast is pretty cool, but it's a much different vibe. This year I had breakfast at Hotel Riva Marina for the first time, which is probably the best located of all the hotels, right in the middle of the river. And I went there for breakfast, not knowing what to expect. And I was really surprised by a number of things. Number one, the size of the portions of breakfast. There was a full English breakfast for €16, which is quite pricey for an English breakfast compared to where I normally go, but I decided to go for it. I didn't eat for the rest of the day. It was enormous, and it was very tasty. The service was fantastic. But what really surprised me was the number of people who were just about to leave Hvar on the catamaran, or had just arrived, and they came in and they sat down, and this was their first meal or their final meal. And what a brilliant way just to sit, take in the vibe, watch the catamarans go through, watch the boats going around as well. And that was fantastic. So those are 3 breakfast options. And obviously you have Palace Elizabeth, the first 5-star hotel in Hvar, and you can sit on the terrace, the San Marco terrace, overlooking the oldest public theatre in Europe across the square as well. So really fantastic. And for lunch, I've come out to Hotel Amphora, which is the biggest hotel on the island, famous for its cascading pools. It's a real family hotel. There's a lot going on here for families. There's a great beach close by. And then they have this absolutely sensational 1930s colonnade. And this has been transformed into a very exclusive beach bar, beach club, and with the restaurants. It has cabanas, private cabanas. It has a few apartments actually on the water, air-conditioned, which you can rent as well. And it was named by the Times as one of the top 20 beach clubs in Europe. And it's a really divine spot. There's a beach of the hotel across. You can go kayaking, and you can go for lunch. And it's just this beautiful colonnade. And as I came here, it's very breezy, completely chilled sort of place, great music. And as you can see, the shrimps and the fresh tuna were fairly plentiful in their portions, and absolutely delightful to taste. So, and here it just gives you, it's about a 10-minute walk outside of town, but it really gives you a different perspective, just outside of the vibe and in its own little world, nestled in the pine trees, absolutely stunning. And this is also one of the premier wedding venues in Croatia. So a lot of people decide to get married as foreigners in Croatia, and they have this wonderful package where everybody stays at the hotel, which is literally 100 meters away. You have this fantastic reception at Bonneban, at this beach club, with fantastic, and then all the catering is done, and then everybody can just walk home to the hotel afterwards. It's a really nice combination, and the wedding industry on Hvar is booming. And then, you know, for dinner, there are lots of different options, but for me, Val Marina, which is the place where you have breakfast at Adriana, again with that vibe on the water, watching what's going on. Last year it was the #1 TripAdvisor restaurant for the whole of Hvar. Imagine like a hotel being #1. At the moment it's at #5, so it's still up there, and the service was excellent, ambience fantastic, food fantastic. So this for me was another example of the hotels. They're really delivering, and it was busy, it was packed. And nightlife, there are plenty of bars, but on Hvar, but nothing beats Top Bar. On the top floor of Adriana, you have this incredible view. You look out to your left, you have the fortress. Straight down, you have a bird's eye view of the main square. It's the largest square in the whole of Dalmatia at 4,700 square meters. Then you have the exclusive Riva, and then out this way you have the Pakleni Islands. And I think it's one of the top 5 views I've ever seen in my life. And there's a really good service, and up there that's fantastic. Go for the vibe at Riva Marina as well. You can see that there's a very different vibe depending on what kind of client you are. If you want to be really top class, you go to Palace Elizabeth, which is just off the main square, has fantastic views down to the Riva, and is really high class. It was the first 5-star hotel that was opened on the island in 2019. And actually it was built on the same location as the place where the organised tourism in Europe began in 1868 with the foundation of the Hvar Health Society, which was catering to the aristocratic gentry from the Austro-Hungarian Empire who were having sort of various breathing difficulties. They used to come down to Hvar, which was at the time known as the Austrian Madeira for its medicinal and therapeutic climate and so on. So that now has been built on, and if you go there, it's a really high quality. It's one of the leading hotels of the world. And so you have this thing where you go from being like a millennial looking to come and enjoy the vibe to people who are looking to enjoy the culture. And Hvar Town is changing a lot. It's changed a lot in the last 2-3 years, and it's going very much upscale. It's going away from the party. And now you have these hotels which have the facilities to deliver the services for people that come. And to me, when you have a destination that is 50% American tourists, then they're prepared to fly all the way from the States, get a transfer, get a ferry or a speedboat to come to Hvar, and they're coming back. That tells you that the destination is doing something right. And I've been coming to Hvar Town for over 20 years. I've been coming to Suncani Hvar Hotels for 15 years. And they've gone through a lot of experiments, a lot of change, a lot of different things. And it seems now that the synergy of both the destination and what the hotels are offering are coming together, and this to me has been the most relaxing peak season I've ever been to coming to Hvar Town. It's been pretty horrible in the past with lots and lots of parties and and stuff like that. This trip has been a joy, honestly. I've extended my stay by 2 more days. And that's it. You have lots of other facilities, pools, wellness, but really this is a destination which is moving forward nicely and has a hotel group which has a range of services to deal with different types of clients. And it's a fabulous place to be, and I encourage you to come and check it out.